Morning. It's an honor to me to it's an honor for me to be with everyone this morning. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you to Dr. and Mrs. Lobaton for a great foundation for my next talk. Um, so the title of my talk is Parenting Foundations and Evangelizing the Christian Community. I wove in something from St. John Henry Newman. His motto when he was cardinal was heart speaks to heart. In Latin, it's cor ad cor loquitur. So I will explain to you later why I chose that. There's a lot of talk about synodality. So kung ang simbahan ay tinatawag na maging synodal, ibig sabihin makinig, mag-discern, mag-desisyon ng sama-sama at maglakad ng sabay-sabay. Saan ba ito dapat magsimula? Nasabi na nila kanina. Sa tahanan. Actually, ang ganda po ng salitang tahanan. Ang root word po niya ay tahan. Pag sinabi mong tahan, is to cease crying. It is a place of sanctuary. It is a place of comfort where you can be yourself. Ang tawag po nila ngayon doon, safe space. Safe space. So kung ang tahanan po natin ay hindi safe space, we have a lot of work to do this morning. Ang sinabi po sa 2023 CBCP National Synodal Synthesis, the family is the cradle of synodality where we first learn to stand on our feet and walk. To walk together and stand for what is right. Ang ibig sabihin po ng synod is from the root word syn, hodos, is the same path. The same path. To walk together. So synodality begins where life begins. Saan? Sa tahanan. In this next slide, I'm telling you, the church knew then, 2,000 years ago, alam na ng simbahan. Because in the Gospels, in John chapter 4, verse 7, in the account of Jesus with the Samaritan woman at the well, this is the longest conversation that Jesus ever had with any single person. So when you go back to your house, pagbalik nyo sa inyong mga tahanan, buklatin nyo po yung John chapter 4, verse 7, makikita natin kung paano nag-break ng ice si Kristo. Kasi yung Samaritans, hindi sila nakikitungo ang mga Hudyo sa Samaritan, di ba? So yung mga Samaritans po parang second class. But si Jesus broke the ice, He said, give me water. And then sa exchange nila, marami siyang nalaman tungkol doon sa babae. The woman had many husbands before. And then he brought into the picture the idea of living water. And he accompanied that person until that person converted. Kanina sa misa, nabanggit yung salitang conversion. So sinabi rin sa Vatican II that the family is the domestic church, meaning to say the families form the faith community or the first community of faith and love. Pero yung research po, ngayon lang, ito sinasabi, year 2015, 2022, and 2023, ang sabi po ng research, children who feel heard at home show 40% lower rates of anxiety and depression from the Gottman Institute, 2022. 2023, from the Journal of Child Psychiatry and Psychology, sabi, quality of parent-child communication is a consistent predictor of adolescent mental health. Pangatlong research, 2015, frequent family meals reduce substance use, depression, and violent behavior, and raise self-esteem and academic performance. Kaya po tinatawag po yung simbahan na yung pamilya bilang domestic church ay dahil dito po nagaganap pananampalataya at pagmamahal. So hindi po nagkataon na parehong nagsasabi ang simbahan at science. Iisa lang po ang katotohanan. Meron po akong gustong ipakitang video sa inyo. This is a Lucky Me commercial.
Ilang beses ka ba dapat pagsabihan? Parang hindi importante ang mga sinasabi namin. Pinabaliwala mo! Ulit-ulit namin sinasabi sa'yo, hindi ka malakikinig!
3 out of 4 teens ang ayaw kumain madalas kasama ang pamilya. Gawing masaya ang kapag-usapan.
Pwede niyo po i-search yan sa YouTube. It's called The Most Disturbing Dinner. Ang scenario po nito, dahil may technical problem tayo, ikukwento ko na lang sa inyo. At tinatanong nung tatay yung anak, bakit ka ginabi? Tapos ang tatay at pinipiliting kalmahin ng asawa niya. But he was already shouting at his son, trying to make him explain bakit hindi ka nagsasabi na gagabihin ka. Ganun. So, in the process, yung kalooban ng bata palayo ng palayo, kaya humaba ng humaba yung mesa hanggang nakalabas na sa labas ng karsada. Ganun ka-graphic. Hindi ganun kahaba yung mesa namin sa bahay, kasing haba lang ng ping-pong table.
Parang hindi importante ang mga sinasabi namin. Kaya pinabaliwala mo! Paulit-ulit namin sinasabi sa'yo, hindi ka malakikinig!
Three out of 4 teens ang ayaw kumain madalas kasama ang pamilya. Gawing masaya ang kapag-usapan.
O anak, ginabi ka pala sa project mo Kwento ka naman.
Ito yung dapat sana nangyari. Ano po ang lesson dito? Na kapag si Mister pinakain mo ng pinakbet, lalambot ang kanyang kalooban. Ang problema sa Pilipinas, ito po ang research ng Mondenisin. Kaya nila ginawa yung commercials na to. 75% of Filipino families, sabi nila, no, we communicate well. Pero yung observations, hindi Pangalawa, 3 out of 4 Filipino teens would rather not eat with family. Pangatlo, over 50% ng adolescent stress comes from family conflict. Yung akala natin, yung external factors, 50% pala galing sa pamilya. This is based on research. Tapos ang dinner time, katulad nung nangyari sa commercial, is a time for reprimand, hindi bonding. So anong gagawin natin? May isa pa akong commercial. Pero, try natin mag-work yung audio. Ganun din. It's also from Lucky Me. Ang title ng video, Hapag-usapan.
Wala si Mr. Perez sa ating meeting bukas.
Mr. Perez?
Ma,
Yes?
Ano yun?
may classmates po kasi ako.
O tapos, ano nangyari?
Hindi po sila friendly.
Bakit?
Bad po sila.
Parang gano'n?
Hello? Hello? Pag magkakaharap, talaga bang nag-uusap-usap? Ang hapagkainan, gawing hapag-usapan. Dahil ang kain ng pamilya, mahalaga.
Yung nanay nasa tablet, yung tatay nasa laptop, nagtatrabaho sa hapagkainan. Yan. Napaka-common po nito. Kahit nga pumunta tayo sa fast food ngayon Ilang pamilya, sama-sama sila, pero lahat nakatungo. Bakit ito nangyayari? Mga tatay working away from home, pagdating, pagod na. Pangalawa, internet and cellphones are everywhere. Hindi mo naman makontrol. Kahit yung maliliit na bata, binibigyan ng cellphones para tumahimik. Pangatlo, busy schedules sa school, trabaho, bahay, yung traffic. Stressed ang parents, kaya stressed din ang mga anak. Gusto nating mag-usap, pero paano nga ba? Paano nga ba? It seems that we have forgotten how to talk with each other. Ito pa yung problems ng Filipino families. Not in any particular sequence. Pag sinearch niyo po problems of Filipino families, tatamaan niyo po ito. Juvenile delinquency, disorderly conduct, mental health issues, academic underachievement, substance abuse, family violence or aggression, low self-esteem, risky sexual behavior, kasama na yung pinaproblema ng gobyerno natin na early pregnancy daw ng mga teenagers, parent and child alienation, ang tawag po ng panahon ko to, communication gap. Intergenerational trauma, meaning to say, yung problema are carried on from one generation to the other. Ano koneksyon ng synodality dito? Ang 10 problema na ito ay hindi lang family problems. These are symptoms of a family that has not learned to walk together. So a family that never listened to each other cannot walk together in communion with others. Do you agree? Because she cannot pour from an empty cup. Kung walang laman ng tasa mo, ano i-share mo sa iyong ministry, sa iyong organization? So you cannot bring to your ministry what you have not practiced or what you have not lived at home. This is one solution. This is not the only solution. Okay? The good news is, when families learn how to communicate, bumababa ang incidence of substance abuse, tumataas ang academic performance, bumababa ang chances of mental health issues like depression, at syempre, malakas ang family bonding. Okay? Isang katotohanan, pero iba-iba ang tawag. Ang tawag ng psychology sa family communication, it consists of active listening. Sa Gospels, ang tawag natin dito, accompaniment. Kasama kita. Katulad ng sinamahan ni Kristo yung Samaritana. Di ba? Pangalawa, open questions. The Gospel calls it kenosis and humility. Ano ang nasa puso mo? Ipapaliwanag ko yung konsepto ng kenosis. Ano ba yung kenosis? Kenosis is emptying oneself so that you can have room for the other person to come in. Emptying oneself for the sake of the other person. Pangatlo, validating emotions. In one word, it's called mercy. Pag tinagalog natin yung mercy, narito ako, nauunawaan kita. When you truly listen to your child, you're doing what Jesus did on the road to Emmaus. Okay? Hindi ko napapasadahan to kasi gagamitin namin ito sa susunod na workshop. Iimbitahin namin kayo. Yan. It's still the same concept. Active listening, open-ended questions, and validating emotions. I mentioned 3 skills, no? Kaya ko pinasok yung Heart Speaks to Heart. This is what I call yung workshop natin. Short, 10-minute workshop natin today. We call it Heart Speaks to Heart. Can you say that? Heart Speaks to Heart. Okay. This is the how of synodality at home. How do we practice synodality at home? First, sa active listening is eye contact, putting away distractions, not interrupting the person who's talking, and to show the person you're listening with your body language, you lean forward, eye contact, and don't rush to fix. Ito problema natin, especially tayong mga lalaki. May sasabihin problema ang misis natin, so solve natin agad. Ito solusyon. Ang gusto po ng mga misis, marinig muna sila. To be with them, kenosis, to empty yourself, okay, pasok ka. I'm with you. Sometimes all they need to hear is, I'm with you. No? Hindi solve yung problema or come up with a quick prescription. Pangalawang skill. Teka muna. Example muna. Halimbawa, anak, mama, ayaw ko na pumasok bukas. Ang sagot ng magulang, hala, bakit? Ba't tayo pumasok? Diba? Tapos sasabihin mo, walang rason para mag-absent ka. Hindi mo ba alam magkano binabayad namin sa tuition fee mo? Every semester, ganitong halaga. Papaano na? Gusto mo bang maging pulubi paglaki mo? Hindi po yun ang active listening. Ang active listening ay ganito po. Lean in, eye contact. Ayaw mo pumasok, anak? Anong nangyari? Pag sinabi mo, anong nangyari? Anyari. Magkukwento yon. Diba? Pero pag sinabi mo, bakit? Sinibihan mo isang tao, bakit? Defensive yon. Ipagtatanggol niya na agad yung posisyon niya. Hindi, kasi ayoko pumasok eh. Basta ayoko pumasok. Diba? Second skill is open questions. These are questions that open doors. Door openers to. Tapos ang sagot, hindi pwedeng yes or no. Hindi pwedeng yes or no. Halimbawa, ang tanong mo, gusto mo malaman, kumain ka na? Oo. Tapos na yung conversation. Paano kung itanong mo, ano gusto mong kainin, anak? Pag tinanong mo, okay ba ang school? Ano sagot nila? Okay. Okay lang. Ano pinaka-enjoy mo sa school ngayon, anak? Diba? There's a difference. Okay. Bakit mo ginawa yon? Ano nasa isip mo nung ginawa mo yon? Diba? Essentially, the same question, but reframe. I-reframe natin. Ano nasa isip mo? So you're not judging. Okay. Pang-apat, may problema ka ba? Oo, kayo. Hindi. Tanong mo, kamusta ka na, anak? Diba? Is that better? So pag sinabi ng anak nyo, ayoko na ng school, huwag yung tatanong, bakit naman? Basta kailangan mo pumasok, wala kang choice. May nagawa ka bang mali? Yan. They invalidate the person speaking. No? You see, open questions. Anong hindi mo nagustuhan sa school ngayon? Kung may papalitan mo ang isang bagay doon, ano yon? Opo, yung principal, palitan po. So, open questions, they invite dialogue. Di ba? Not as yes or a no. Pangatlong skill, validating emotions. Name the emotion. Example, mukhang wala ka sa mood, anak. Diba? Acknowledge that it's real. Naintindihan ko kung bakit ka malungkot. Don't dismiss. You say, huwag kang mag-alala. Huwag mong sasabihin, huwag kang mag-alala. Because pag sinabi mong huwag kang mag-alala, parang binabaliwala mo yung problema ng bata. No? Sinashutdown mo agad yung conversation. And don't rush to fix. Let them feel first. Solutions can come later. Ibig sabihin, I see you, I hear you, nauunawaan kita. O paano ginagawa ito? Example, ma, ayaw nila akong kalaro. Sasagot mo, hindi, may iba naman. May ibang naman kalaro, di ba? O pangalawa, huwag ka na umiyak. Umiiyak na nga yung bata eh. Huwag mong pansinin, malilimutan mo rin yan. So those are examples of close responses. Ang validating is, sad ka, no? Or, ang hirap naman ang feeling na ma-left out. Or, gusto mo bang ikwento? So like I said, ito yung tinatawag nating kabataan ngayon na safe space. Safe space. So to summarize, these are the 3 skills. Active listening is giving full attention, asking open questions, opening doors, inviting more sharing, and validating emotions to name and acknowledge their feelings. Pero, kung kayo mag-aaral mag-drive ng kotse, kayo ba ay magbabasa ng slides o magbabasa ng libro? Hindi, di ba? Anong kailangan mong gawin para matuto kang mag-drive ng kotse? Sumakay ka. Subukan mo magmaneho. Well, of course, after proper instruction. And we will have that time to practice later. So common Pinoy mistake, hindi ko sinasabing mali magdasal, pero parang sa atin na nagtatrabaho sa mga parokya, ang automatic response natin, mag-pray ka lang. Or, bahala na si Lord. Or pangatlo, isipin mo lang yung may mas malaking problema kaysa sa'yo. Yung tatlong responses na yun actually did not really very helpful because they stop conversation, they close the door, they don't open the door. Synodality begins with presence, not with a prescription or a solution. So a better approach, okay. A better approach, pagka may nagsabi sa inyo ng problema, kasama nyo sa ministry, oh, thank you for sharing. I'm trying to understand you. Pangalawa, mag-pray tayo, sasamahan kita. Diba? Iba yun. Mag-pray ka lang. Oh, mag-pray tayo, sasamahan kita. Gusto mo bang mag-adoration? Gusto mo mag-rosary? Sasamahan kita. First, validate and then invite to pray together. So, active listening and open questions plus validating emotions equals a heart speaks to heart connection. Your child will feel heard, seen, and valued, and this is the beginning of synodality at home. Huwag kayong mag-alala doon sa, there is a handout that they prepared that they will distribute later that can help you. And it has helped also our family and other families. Nagawa ko na po ito sa Bataan, sa province ng Bataan. And they're practicing this. Nagsimula kami sa mga daycare workers doon. So now is practice time. Find a partner beside you or behind you kung wala kayong katabi. Can you find a partner? Can you find a partner? Wala pong sharing dito, huwag kayong mag-alala. Hindi kayo mag-share sa harap. Can you find a partner? It can be your spouse, can be somebody else, can be a stranger. Just please find a partner beside you. Sino po ang walang partner? Allen, can you help us? Ano lang, for those, sino yung walang partners po, taas ng kamay? Baka pwede i-pair off ni Allen. Sino po yung walang partners? You need a dyad, so dalawang tao. Kaya si ma'am. Ma'am. Yan, okay. Sino pang wala? Okay. Hindi ko pa sinasabi kung ano i-share ninyo, ha? Okay na? We're good? Yung mga may ka-pair na, can you just do a thumbs up? Thumbs up lang. Yung may ka-pair. May mga hindi, meron pa rito. May mga, Okay na. Okay. So, you designate one person will play the role of the child, any age, and the other person will play the part of a parent. Okay. Hindi ko pa sinasabi yung topic na i-share ninyo. Dili lang. Okay. So the child will share his or her answer to this for 2 minutes. Okay, the parent, practice nyo, active listening, open questions. You can take a picture here para alam nyo yung gagawin nyo. Active listening, open-ended questions. Practice tayo. Yung parent, yung gaganap ng role na parent. So eye contact, don't interrupt, show that you're listening with your body language, and ask follow-up questions. You can say, tell me more, ano nangyari, ano pa, after that, ano pa, tapos, okay. So ito po yung topic na i-share nung bata. Isang childhood memory na di ko malilimutan. This is the child who will speak. Okay? Malinaw bang instruction? Isang childhood memory na hindi ko malilimutan. Okay, the child will share 2 minutes and then you can interact with the parent. Your time starts now, 2 minutes lang. Okay, time is up. Time's up. Time's up. Lord, ayaw nila tumigil. Lord, ayaw po nila tumigil magsalita. Yeah. Can I have your attention, please? Okay. Round 2. Hindi ko muna kayo tatanungin ano yung experience. Let's go to the second round. Round 2 is about validating emotions. Ibig sabihin, bibigyang halaga natin yung nararamdaman ng tao. Okay. You keep the same partner, magsuswap kayo ng roles. Yung child kanina, parent ngayon. Okay? So the child will share something. Lord, ayaw nila tumigil. Oh. Sige. Okay. So the parent will practice validating emotions. Okay? So aside from kaninang ginawa natin, open questions, you will now validate emotions. Okay. Okay na. Ang haba na ng practice niya. Pwede niyo po ituloy yung usapan mamaya. Thank you. Okay na. Sige na, para we can end on time. Okay, next round. The parent will practice. Awat na muna, awat na muna. I'll give you another chance to yung isa naman na magsasalita. Okay. Okay. Validating emotions means naming the emotions. Ano ba yung nararamdaman niyang emotion? Worried ba? Malungkot ba? Pangalawa, acknowledge that it is real. Naintindihan ko, naunawaan ko yung pinagdaraanan mo. Don't dismiss. Let's avoid saying, huwag kang mag-alala. O bahala si Lord. And don't rush to fix. Let them feel before solving. Okay? Malinaw na ba? Change roles. Okay, this is the question. The child will share, paano ko nalagpasan ang isang pagsubok? Paano ko nalagpasan ang isang pagsubok? 2 minutes lang. Okay, time's up. Time is up. Lalapitan ko na kayo. Ano? Tapos na yan. Time's up. Okay. Ano ang pakiramdam ng pinakinggan ka? Ano pakiramdam? Ha?
Okay po, masaya po.
Saya, ano pa?
Minsan malungkot din.
Pinakinggan ka, nalungkot ka? Kasi? Hindi niya na-gets. Okay, tama. Sa inyo po pakiramdam na narinig kayo, may nakinig sa inyo.
Gumaan po ang pakiramdam sa dibdib.
Kumaang ang pakiramdam. Okay. Tapos na po yung practice. Tapos na yung practice, yes. Ano pakiramdam na narinig?
Bilang isa pong anak, ako as child nung nung parents ko, importante pong marinig nila yung nararamdaman ko or yung dinadala kong damdamin kasi minsan hindi nila nakikita kasi hindi naman minsan kami nagkakasama minsan sa bahay. And minsan may barrier pa nga na minsan lang, halimbawa sa ganitong oras na lang kami nakikita sa gabi or sa umaga. So, importante po talaga yung family gathering na kayo-kayong magkakasama, nagkakausap. Kasi nabibigyan ng halaga and napag-aanuhan natin, nalalaman natin kung ano yung saloobin ng ating mga anak na dapat nating pakinggan. Kasi hindi naman, kasi mostly ng mga parents natin, parent ko hindi naman natin matiis na ganyan na madakdak ang buhanga. So yun, kailangan natin silang kausapin and malaman nyo sa lobby nila and do not judge them easily because to hear them and give them an advice na makabubuti para sa kanila. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you. Sige. Ang tanong ng marami after this is, anong gagawin namin sa bahay pagdating namin doon? Kasi parang artificial to kasi puwersado kayong makinig, hindi ba? Puwersado rin kayo mag-share kasi practice to eh. Paano pagdating nyo sa bahay? Noong 2024, nagkaroon ng conference sa Cebu. Ang guest po namin, si Dr. Cornelio Banaag. He is the father of child psychiatry in the Philippines. Actually, retired na po siya. But in his talk, ito po yung pinaka-memorable na sinabi ni Dr. Banaag. Connect before you correct. Sabihin po natin, connect before you correct. And presenting, ito na po, this is yung take-home po ninyo. We call it a heart speaks to heart jar. It's a jar with 52 conversation starters. Ibibigay po sa inyo na handout ngayon yung conversation starters. Pakidistribute na po. Pag natanggap niyo po itong papel ninyo, itong gagawin niyo sa bahay, gugupitin ninyo. There are 52 conversation starters. Give me any number from 1 to 52. Babasahin ko. 5. 5? Okay. An ordinary moment that became special. Isang ordinary moment na naging special dahil sa pamilya. Okay? This is a conversation starter. Ang gagawin po natin dito, anong laman nito? Ayan. May mga tema po yan. 6 yung tema nito. Gratitude and appreciation, hopes and dreams, memories and stories, character and choices, relationships and connection, fun and creativity. Okay. Ang gagawin po natin, pagdating natin sa bahay, gugupitin natin to. Okay? And then, ilalagay natin sa isang jar. Okay. Once a week po, ginagawa namin ito sa pamilya. We pick out a topic. Usually Sunday night nakukompleto kami. So we pick out a topic that we can talk about at random. Halimbawa, pumili ka, Allen. Okay. Topic namin, bawa ito, number 32. Time that I forgave or someone forgave me. Nang pinatawad ko o napatawad ako. Yun ang topic namin. Pero kung hindi sila komportable, di ka komportable, Allen, marami kang inatrasong tao. Sige, pili ka na ibang topic. Ito na lang. Ano ang pagiging patas para sa akin? What is fairness to me? Pwede kang mag-pass. Wala pong puwersahan ito. Ang ginagawa natin, gumagawa tayo ng situation kung saan lahat ng tao sa pamilya ay maaring makinig. Napulot ko po ito sa isang kaibigan ko, sinimulan nila ito nung pandemic. And since pandemic, ginagawa na nila ito once a week. Okay. So, ito po yung QR code. Yung sa hindi po kayang magbasa ng QR code, picturean nyo lang. Tapos, pabuksan niyo po yung file mamaya sa inyong anak o apo. Magkakaroon kayo na access sa lahat po ng materyales related to. Yung letter A, research studies po on parenting issues and family communication. Meaning to say, anong parenting issues ang maiiwasan namin pagka matibay ang aming komunikasyon sa pamilya. A yan. Letter B, ito po yan. Pagkakailangan nyo pa ng ganito, halimbawa, gusto nyo i-share, pwede po nyo i-print from this Google Drive. Letter C, bago pong materyales to, ang sabi kasi sa akin doon sa daycare center sa Bataan, sir, ang liliit pa ng anak namin, hindi naman nila gets ito eh. Pag maliit po, letter C gagamitin natin. Mas simple yung mga tanong. Pwede silang mag-drawing. Okay? Tapos letter D, yung family prayer. Pakikita ko po sa inyo. Ganito po. How to use it. Bring your handout home. So nasa kamay, asan na yung handouts? Ay. Hindi bale, sige. Makukuha niyo po yung handouts mamaya kay Brother Egay, Sister Vivian. Okay. Find a jar, kahit anong jar. Pwedeng plastic, pwedeng glass. Pwede nyo ipadecorate sa inyong mga anak o apo. Padecorate nyo, lagyan nyo ng konting bulaklak. And then, create the weekly ritual. Pwedeng dinner, merienda, bago matulog. Importante po, same time, same place. Ito yung weekly date ninyo with your families. Kasi hindi tayo nabibigyan ng pagkakataon para mag-share ng sarili natin. Tatanungin ko sa inyo ngayon, alam ba ng anak nyo yung pinagdaraanan nyo ngayon? Alam ba nila? Okay, na general way, siguro alam. Pero in specific, hindi nila alam, di ba? Kayo rin, hindi nyo alam ang pinagdaraanan ng inyong mga anak, ng inyong mga apo. So make it a ritual, make it consistent. Tapos, okay. Some tips for success. Ibibigay po sa inyo yung handout na to. Magsimula na kayo this week. Start tonight or this week. Wag na kayo maghintay. Keep it light. Hindi po to interrogation. Practice po natin yung open questions. Practice tayo ng validating emotions. Huwag nyo lagyan ng time limit. Make it free-willing. At syempre, yung mga magulang kailangan sumagot din. Kaya nga dapat kayong maunang sumagot eh. Show your weaknesses. Show your vulnerability. Na po paring, ganito pala ang tatay ko. It's okay. It's okay for you to admit na meron kang pagkukulang. Wala namang perpektong pamilya. Pang-apat, syempre, walang telephones. Heart speaks to heart time to eh. Walang telephones. Ilagay sa isang basket. Pang-lima, if someone passes, okay lang. Pag sabi niya, pwede bang ibang tanong? Okay din. You give the chance to the person to change. Okay, give me another number. Anong gusto niyong number? Babasahin ko rito. Ha? Itong bumasa.
A teacher who inspired me and why. Guro na naging inspirasyon at bakit.
Iba pang number. Bigyan niyo kami ibang number. From 1 to 52. 12.
12 is a hope for someone I care about. Ang inaasahan ko para sa taong mahalaga sa akin.
Gusto niyo ba yan? Yung mga tanong na yan? Hindi. Ibang number. Bigyan niyo ako ibang number. Ha? Anong B1? Hindi ito bingo. Ano? 11 daw, 11.
If I could use my talents to help others. Kung pwede kong gamitin ang talent ko.
Gagawin mo. Yan. Okay? So, isa pang tip, you pray before the activity and celebrate small wins. Yung prayer na nire-recommend ko, nandun din sa Google Drive. Makikita niyo po ito, exact prayer na ito. Open our hearts to learn, our minds to understand, and our hands to serve. No? So common questions, paano kung ayaw ng anak? Make it fun. Start with light-hearted questions. Pag kami mabigat na tanong, pass nyo muna, palitan nyo ng mas magaang. Paano kung wala kaming time? Even 15 minutes once a week is better than 0. 15 minutes of your time. Na heart speaks to heart. Next, paano kung wala ang tatay? Either OFW, single parent, byuda. Okay, video call with the grandparents plus the kids. Because family is family. Di ba? Wala tayong, lahat yan, pamilya. Sabi nung teenager, corny, nakakahiya daw. Okay. Ang totoo niyan, teenagers love talking about themselves. Just ask the right questions. Kung hindi niya feel yung question, palitan niyo. Okay. So the challenge to pastoral workers, how can you walk with others in your ministry or community if you have never truly listened in your own home? So this once a week is your practice for listening to your ministry workers, kasama nyo sa community, sa ministry, sa apostolates ninyo. This is your practice sa bahay. Because you cannot give what you don't have. A community that truly listens is built by families who have learned to listen to one another. Remember, ang simbahan ay tinatawag na maging synodal. Ang paglalakbay na yon magsisimula ngayong gabi sa inyong hapag-kainan. Ang tawag ng Lucky Me, hapag-usapan. So, one conversation at a time, 1 week at a time, one question at a time, I assure you, your family will feel the difference. Mararamdaman po nila yan. So, ang topic natin ngayong umaga, the parenting foundation of evangelization. The family that listens forms disciples. The family that walks together evangelizes by witness. The family at the dinner table is the church in mission. Missionary disciples. This is how we start forming missionary disciples, starting with our own children, our grandchildren. So you don't need a program. What you need is, you need a dinner table. Sinabi kanina ni Father, di ba? You need a dinner table. And 7 days ago, exactly 1 week ago, yung CBCP president, narinig namin ito ni Brother Egay at Sister Vivian sa Butuan City. Ito sinabi ni Archbishop Gilbert Garcera. In the family, synodality begins at the table. When parents and children truly listen to one another, it grows when spouses pray together and discern together. The family is the first school of participation and co-responsibility. So, in cooperation with the Commission on Family and Life, we are organizing a 3-hour full Heart Speaks to Heart workshop, accompaniment workshop, mas detalyado po sa San Carlos Seminary gagawin. We'll go through the biblical theology of accompaniment using Emmaus and the Samaritan woman at the well. The practice of all 3 skills with multiple breakout sessions. Yung mga gustong magkwento na magkwento, this is for you. You will get the complete facilitator kit, PowerPoint, handouts, conversation starter cards, all the materials makukuha po ninyo, and then we will form a support group through Viber or Messenger. So ang bilin po namin, ang request ko po ngayon, practice muna tayo sa bahay and then we bring it to our parish. Mahirap po yung pakita natin, Father, eto na po yung handouts, oh. Bahala na kayo. Okay, we practice first in our own homes. So, the workshop is free. The materials will be provided. And this is a pro bono service from my organization, EduChild, para sa Archdiocese of Manila. Salamat po sa inyong lahat. If you have questions, comments, suggestions, email po dito. And thank you.